This is Mrs. Lemahieu and Mrs. Sell talking about how homemade applesauce compares to processed applesauce. This is the Motts applesauce. It tasted rather bland but very sweet. Overall, I think all processed applesauce tastes a lot the same. Making homemade applesauce is not difficult, but it does take a little bit of time to peel the apples and to prep them for the pot. Finally, we had to boil the apples and then let them cool so they are ready to eat. I discovered that I really prefer homemade applesauce versus processed applesauce. I like how it tastes. I think it looks better. It looks more natural. The texture is a little thicker, and I like the chunky apple bits in it, and I definitely prefer the smell. Homemade applesauce has a much stronger apple scent to it than does the processed from a jar applesauce. The first thing I want to compare when looking at apples versus the processed Mott's applesauce is the serving size. So with the apples, there are 91 calories for a single apple, where in the Mott's there is a half cup is a serving size and it is 110 calories. Secondly, we can see that apples, and this says that it's averaged over different types of apples, do have a few milligrams of fat, where they're showing in this processed version that it has 0 grams because they have somehow removed all of that. An important dietary element is fiber, and through a regular apple you get 3 grams of fiber versus the Mott's that only have 1 gram of fiber. Sugars is also very important when you're looking at different types of foods, and in the homemade applesauce made with just regular apples there are 19 grams of natural sugar, where in the Mott's applesauce there are 25 grams of sugar, and some of that comes from high fructose corn syrup, listed as the second ingredient in the Mott's applesauce. Finally, I'd like to close with some of the dangers of high fructose corn syrup. It talks about how it's a cheap man-made sweetener included in Mott's applesauce. Here Mott's is taking a perfectly healthy fruit like an apple, and they're adding this dangerous high fructose corn syrup. It causes weight gain, raises your cholesterol, causes diabetes, it can cause cancer, migraines, ADHD, weaken your immune system, premature aging, and on and on and on. So it's really unfortunate that companies are processing foods and making them less healthy for us as they go.